What up, friends?
The Cowboys have royally screwed this up, and the reason I bring them up is not to necessarily razz on the Cowboys. Although, do y'all remember when everybody used to make fun of Al Davis in his latter years when he was getting a little older, and they were like, "Oh, he's always drafting the fastest wide receivers because he wants to move my mic. He's always drafting the fastest wide receivers because he wants to, field the fastest guys on the team. He's not up to date with the the new NFL or the updated NFL. He's still living in the past, this, that, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? Get it. Not gonna lie. Couple picks out there. Darius Hayward Bay from my alma mater. Love you, brother. That was a horrible pick. I remember Clubber D actually called me. I was on the road and I almost drove my truck over an embankment because I was so pissed off. I was banging the steering wheel because we had just drafted DHP at number 6 when he wasn't even a first-round pick. So clearly, and may he rest in power, love me some Al Davis, best owner of any sports team I've had until Steve Cohen now of the Mets. Love you, Al. Miss you. Rest in power. But yeah, he did make a couple of possibly decisions that maybe wouldn't have been made at that point in time by the majority of GMs, owners, coaches, stuff like that. Get it. Agreed. Cool. When are we going to start saying Jerry Jones is getting there? When are we going to start saying that Jerry Jones is probably a little too old for this game no more? So you mean to tell me, Jerry Jones, that not only, and I went off about this plenty of times on the bottom line, not only did you not sign Dak twice in a fashionable manner, and you ended up having to pay more, you did the same thing with CeeDee Lamb, ended up having to pay more because you want to wait instead of paying him when you already know you're going to pay him. You're going to have to do the same thing with Micah Parsons. Now, you indicate that you wanted Mike McCarthy back no more than a week ago. You had indicated that in an interview. And because you couldn't reach an agreement on the number of years, you decide to get rid of a coach. And granted, they had a down year this year. Yes, but they had a lot of injuries. When you don't have your starting quarterback and your starting receiver for part of the year, you're automatically going to be probably out of the playoffs, to say the least, unless you have a good backup, which most teams don't. So I can give McCarthy a pass on this season, and I would have if I was in Jerry Jones' shoes. And I think that he should have. Because now you're getting rid of a coach who in the past few years was winning 12, 13 games a season and taking you to the playoffs. That's not the end of it. Not only did he screw up the Dak Prescott signing, not once, but twice. Not only did he screw up the CeeDee Lamb signing, not only has he proactively screwed up the future Micah Parsons signing, but now he screwed himself out of a top-level coach who has proven that he can run the Cowboys system, not going to put up a fight against Jerry talking in the media, is going to be able to coach the team of players that they currently have constructed on the roster. No. That's not all, y'all. That's not all. Apparently, Jerry Jones needs to start taking some fish oil. Come on, brother, take some fish oil. I need you to get that memory right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one less bourbon per night. I don't even know if you drink. I would assume most billionaires drink, but I don't know. But what I do know is that he missed the deadline to apply to interview both Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, the offensive and defensive coordinators for the Lions. So he tried to go get the interview with them, missed the deadline to apply, and now has to wait until after the Lions season is over to try to get an interview with him. Meanwhile, the Las Vegas Raiders, and I usually call him Tom Shady because they're part of the New England scams and cheaters that won all those titles. But now that he's actually part owner of my favorite football team, I may have to stop calling him Tom Shady. I may have to actually call him like TB something, just because I like my team and I don't want to disrespect him just in case I ever have a chance to be a part of the owner of the Raiders, which hopefully I do one day. Right? So I'm not trying to burn any bridges. I may have to stop calling him Tom Shady, even though they did cheat to win the majority of championships that they won. Him and Bill Belichick. I'm not going to stop calling Bill Belichick because he's still a cheater in my eyes. So maybe it was all Bill Belichick. Maybe it wasn't all. Either way, look, Tom, let's have a serious discussion here, sir. So far, I've only heard good things on your job performance. Yes, you got rid of AP and Tom Telesco because apparently you did not appreciate the way that they were taking the team. But I do like how you've already been able to woo a Ben Johnson type. Because in the past, Ben Johnson and those type of hot coordinators would not have paid a lick of attention to the Raiders because we had a horrible team, because we didn't have good financial situation, anything like that. But now, with the influx of capital, Tom Brady's an investor. Well, I just called him Tom Brady for the first time. Wow. He's an investor. You've got, I believe it's called, actually, I don't want to say, I'm thinking the wrong capital firm, but they have a capital investment firm coming in to invest millions of dollars. So now they actually have money. TB, which is why I think I'll start calling him TB. That way I don't have to say his full name and feel like I'm going to throw up in my mouth every time. But at the same time, I'm respecting him, so I'm not burning the bridges of the future. TB was able to woo Ben Johnson and secure an interview. Something would have never happened in previous years. So even if we don't hire him as the coach, the fact that we were even able to get him in the room is a testament to the influence and pull and power that Tom Brady has. And actually, I just figured I had to say his name because algorithmic purposes.